Hey guys, it's Danielle with Danielle Gets It Done. And today Tanya from Project Happy Home and I have our second installment in our series of raising kids with complex emotions. And today we are talking morning routine hacks.
Gonna love you, honey, on and on and on. I'm a morning dove singing out a song.
Be sure to check out Tanya's video, which is linked below, and send her some love. I can't wait to see what her hacks are. And if you're coming from her channel, welcome, and I hope you'll stick around. Mornings are difficult. Children often struggle with transitions if that child is dealing with something like anxiety, ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, sensory issues. Transitions can be even harder. And when you think about it, the morning is one big transition after the other. So mornings are tough. My husband and I both work full time, so all three of us have to get up and ready and out the door in the morning, and that comes with many challenges. Our mornings are far from perfect, but here are some hacks that I found to help the morning go a little smoother. Each hack could be a whole video in itself, so I'm going to go through everything as quickly as possible, but I'd love to dive into more topics as you would like me to, so leave a comment below if you'd like more information on one of the topics. My number one hack is check yourself. Our ability to stay calm and positive has such an effect on our children. I talked about this in our morning routine video, which I will link below, and in that I shared a story of me totally transforming my son's mood because I was able to stay calm and remain positive, and that had, a good effect on him. So my son's meltdowns are triggers for me, and sometimes he'll go into a meltdown state and I let that affect me, and I go into what I call mommy meltdown state. And then my behavior and attitude and words to my son will cause his meltdown to go into a deeper state, which will cause me to go into a deeper mommy meltdown state. And it's just a vicious cycle, and we as adults need to end it. So what I like to do is take at least 5 minutes for myself every morning to calm down, drink coffee, meditate, and really make sure that I am in a good state so that I can deal with whatever mood my son might be in, and it's so helpful. And if I find myself getting hot, I try to be really honest about it and show James how to deal with things when one is not calm. So I will say, James, I am not calm right now. I'm gonna leave this conversation and I will return when my body feels calmer. Oftentimes, when I'm not calm, I will breathe slowly and deeply in an exaggerated manner in front of him. And this helps for many reasons. One, it'll hopefully help me calm down. We all know that deep breaths help calm one's system down. But two, I'm again being a model for him. This is how to appropriately deal with a situation when I'm not calm. I'm not hitting anything or anyone. I'm not screaming. I'm not yelling. I am breathing, and that's an appropriate way to deal with it. And then lastly, chances are if I'm not calm, he's not calm. That's probably why I'm not calm. And me breathing slowly and deeply will hopefully get him to start mimicking me and start breathing with me, which will in turn calm his body down a little bit. Speaking of meltdowns, they are inevitable. You can be as calm as Buddha and your kid is going to have a meltdown. In preparing for this, I spent so much time talking about meltdowns that I realized we weren't talking in morning hacks anymore. So I'd love to do more videos on meltdowns, but I just like to say they are inevitable. And when your kid is in the peak of a meltdown, you can't reason with them. They're in fight, flight, or freeze mode. They're in survival mode. You cannot reason with them. And I found it's really helpful when I have empathy for my son during a meltdown. I choose to look at meltdowns as panic attacks because I have panic attacks, and so it just shifts the way in which I view it, and I just think, oh, poor kid. Like, meltdowns or panic attacks are not fun. I'm not choosing a panic attack. I'm not doing it for attention. I'm not doing it to be irritating. I'm suffering. And I feel like our kids are suffering during panic attacks. And it's so helpful when we can have empathy for them, because that makes us to be more a calming and loving fixture in the room, which will help them hopefully calm down. One of James's therapists often says something that's really stuck with me, and it is, if our kid is struggling with math, we don't get irritated and annoyed with them that they aren't grasping the concept. We recognize that they don't have the tools needed, and we do our best to provide them with the tools so that they can do better at math. And we should really think about emotional and behavioral issues in this same light. Our kids are missing some tools, and we need to simply provide them with those tools. It's easy to be annoyed and irritated because it is so emotional, and I do that too. But in reality, they're missing a tool, and it's our job to provide that with them. So just that paradigm shift about meltdowns can be helpful during a meltdown even. Yeah, I could do 10 videos on meltdowns, and I would love to dive deeper into that. Okay, visual routines will change your life. A visual schedule is life-changing. People told me this. I did not believe them. I thought, this is too simplistic. This is stupid. It's too easy, too good to be true. Try it out. It's not. You will thank me. So I finally gave in and tried this because I came to a realization. So I remember one day I said to James, go to your room and put on your clothes. 2 simple steps. He didn't do it. I kept repeating it like a crazy person. Finally, I repeated it 80 times. He still hadn't done it. I'm irritated that he's not obeying me. So I physically take his hand and take him up to his room. And he looked at me and said, Mom, what am I supposed to be doing right now again? And I thought, oh my gosh, he wasn't hearing me. Like, his brain was not registering my verbal cues. So having a visual schedule can be really helpful for kids. Some kids just learn better or hear better visually. And so this both reinforces what you're saying out of your mouth and kind of helps reinforce that so they can stay on schedule. Our occupational therapist made this for us, which was awesome, but anyone, you can go on Word, print some icons. Ours is on Velcro, so we can rearrange it as needed. I'm sure you can go on Etsy and find some fancy man or woman to make you a schedule, but it has helped so much, and he gets so much pride from bringing this out in the morning and following his schedule independently. He loves it. Like I said, it reinforces the verbal cues. The other thing it does is the schedule is its own authority. So looks like it's time to brush your teeth, James, because the schedule said so. Like, it's taking a little bit of the pressure off of me. It's not just Mom telling you to brush your teeth. The schedule says it's time to brush your teeth. And I will say, oftentimes he will listen to the schedule more than me, and I will take it. Try it out, let me know if you do. I use visual aids throughout our house for different things, and I'd love also to dive more into that topic. Lastly, minimal choices. If your kid is having trouble transitioning through the morning, it can often be helpful to give them some choices on what to do next, on what to wear. It gives them power and autonomy and puts them into control. But it is a bit of a dance because a lot of kids will become overwhelmed if they have too many choices. And my son is definitely that kid. Bedtime, we're moving to bedtime, but just as an example, if I let him choose a book to read and he is looking at his whole bookshelf of 100 books, he will really struggle to choose one. But if I bring it down to 5 choices, these are the books we can read tonight, he will easily be able to pick one and take some pride in making that choice. So speaking of the morning, some things I will do is I will pick out maybe 3 outfits for the school week and put them in a pile. And he gets to choose which outfit to wear that day, but he only has 3 choices. If I said, and I've done this before, go to your room and get dressed, pick out a shirt, pick out a pants, underwear, socks, put a whole outfit together in your closet, he will really struggle. He will shut down. It would take him 2 hours. So I do a little extra work ahead of time, pare the choices down to 2 to 5, and he can really be successful. If we're having trouble transitioning, I will say, it looks like you're having trouble getting going this morning. You may either get dressed first or have breakfast first. Which do you choose? And something so simple, it's kind of like the visual cue. It's so simple, but I promise you it will work sometimes. But like I said, mornings are tough. They're tough for adults, they're tough for kids. But I hope that you found some or all of these hacks helpful. Leave a comment below what your favorite morning schedule hack is. Be sure to check out Tanya's video. And if you are new, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Please hit that button. And whatever your plans are today, I hope you get them done. Bye, guys.
Ooh.